The movie has no A-listers, but all the actors brought their A games. And I have to mention the names no matter how hard they are for me to pronounce. Hello and welcome to Nollywood Fellow, a channel where I take you through Nollywood films. And today I'm going to be talking about Yahoo Plus, a movie that has just released on Netflix. It was released in the theaters last year, but it's just come on Netflix right now. And where do I even start about the movie? Well, it's a fresh movie from a debutant director and no A-lister actors. And while it is a deviation from your usual Nollywood, at the core of it, it is very much Nollywood. It has references to Living in Bondage, which I have reviewed earlier. And it also has similarities with Living in Bondage, like the very theme of, quick money as a plot is something that is very prevalent in Nollywood. But despite that, the movie takes on a very fresh perspective. Now, moving on to the story, it's about two friends, Ose and Abacha, who move to Enugu to pursue their Nollywood dreams, and they don't succeed at it. So then they try their hand at Yahoo, which is a term they use for internet fraud. And while even that doesn't quite help them make it big, they then get in touch with a crime lord in Hong Kong named Mansa, who puts them through to Yahoo Plus. Now, Yahoo Plus is sort of a combination of internet fraud and ritualism. And that's all I'll leave it at. Now, moving forward, what exactly is Yahoo Plus? What is expected of the guys? Do they succeed? Don't they succeed? What happens is what makes the movie. Debutant director Ebuka Njoku has done a great job at giving a new perspective to what is an old tried and tested area in Nollywood, if not plot. And he's done it very smartly. The filmmaking is very resourceful. You can see that it's limited to a few locations. And I remember in my chat with Walt Banger earlier this year, he referred to this style of filmmaking as the Floyd Mayweather style of filmmaking.
What we call that within a group of friends, we call it the Mayweather style. So you have the Anthony Joshua, which is the heavyweight, which is big, and then you have sort of the Floyd Mayweather, which is a sort of lighter weight, but it still packs a massive punch.
This movie is a shining example of that. And even though you can make out that the movie is shot on a low budget, nowhere does it come across as an impediment. That's how smartly and resourcefully it's been carried out. Talking more on technical aspects, the lighting in the film is dim, and which sort of adds to the whole grungy feel. The camera work is interesting, so there are some good camera angles. But on the other hand, there are some, camera movements which are a bit jerky, which could have been done better. And while we're at it, one shot that I must talk about, there is a 5-minute long shot in the film, which is a single take. And it is a busy take. It has two characters. It has dialogues going on for the whole length of those 5 minutes. And they're very important dialogues, which means that the acting, the expressions, the dialogues all had to be on point for those 5 minutes, and it was. And I think, and kudos to the makers of the film for that. Moving on, the screenplay is well written. There are interesting twists and reveals that keep happening as the movie progresses. And the highlight of the film actually is the dialogues. They are very well written. They are to the point, they are deep, they are even thought-provoking. Now, even though the movie touches upon many things as a theme, the dialogues take it one step further and they touch upon many more interesting things. Like, they pose many self-reflecting questions on Africa and ritualism and the youth in Nigeria, and that was well done. Now, moving on to the negatives of the film, I feel that there are a couple of places where a little attention to detail was required. Like, there's this one scene when a man shoots through the door, and as the scene progresses, you see no bullet holes in the door. So those little things are where the film lags. Otherwise, I think mostly the movie was on point. Now coming to performances, like I earlier mentioned, the movie has no A-listers, but all the actors brought their A games. And I have to mention the names no matter how hard they are for me to pronounce. Keezyto as Ose and Somadina Adinma as Abacha are very natural and convincing. It's like you can really see two friends talking to each other through their roles. Ken Eriks as Echelon brings a bit of intensity that is needed, and he's also one of the two. Him along with Keezyto are there in that 5-minute long shot, and both of them have done a great job over there. The ladies, Ifeoma Obinwa and Echelon Mbadiwe, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, they've also done a good job with their roles. Now, I don't know how good the movie did in theaters, but it's definitely worth checking out on Netflix. Yahoo Plus shows promise for Nollywood beyond acclaimed directors and actors. Do check it out for sure. That's all for now. Do like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, this is me, Nollywood Fellow, signing off. Bye.